G'day guys, it's Beachy here from Drifter. Today we've got this Y61 Nissan Patrol here. So this Nissan Patrol belongs to Scott Mason. So Scott is he's a photographer. His company Southern Sky Images here, so he's a freelance photographer. So he does a lot of good work. You probably see a lot of his photos in the magazines you're reading and a lot of online stuff. So so Scotty, absolutely loves this Patrol, Scotty. Hey, I think he's had it a long time and it holds a lot of memories for him. So Scotty now, he's got a few kids, I think. His kids have all grown up and they've got four-wheel drives of their own, so it's kind of changed the way Scotty travels a lot. So what he's done is basically removed his second row of seats, so he's just got the two seats in the front and then we've got full space in the back for a system. So being a photographer, being on the road, he had a lot of particular requirements with space for certain things. He's got some big cameras, big lenses. He needs easy access to them, so if he's driving down some tracks through the bush and he sees something he wants to get a picture of, he can quickly jump out, grab his camera, bang, it's ready to go. So we've been working with Scott for a few months now with this one, and he's been here for this last week doing the fit out, and we've been sort of toying with ideas and working out between us. So we'll do a bit of a run through the truck. Scotty, he's a bit of a Drifter fan as well, I think, because he's got a lot of our gear. On the top here, he's got the Wildlands rooftop tent, which we sell through our Drifter Stockton store. So a couple of different options with the tents. Check out the store if you're interested in them. He's getting a ruck of bags, so there's a couple of bags here Scotty's getting. These are a couple of jerry can bags, which are a new thing that's just come out this last couple of weeks. Wheel cover bag here, so always good to have a wheel cover bag if you've got a spare wheel on the back. All right, so with regards to fit out, Scotty's got these emu wings fitted here. So they're a gull wing for the GE Patrol. So Scotty had them fitted before he came here, because we don't fit these particular wings at the moment, these doors. So what we've done inside, we've created a window box inside. So we've left it as a bit of a blank canvas at this stage, because Scotty's got to work out what he wants to do with this space exactly with regards to shelves and things like that. With the GU, the window boxes are all a bit different. With these ones, the GU is real difficult to make a window box for. We can only do these if we're installing the units at Drifter, because they're just too hard to send out. They're a tricky build. If you're looking for a window box for the GU, you need to come and see us in Drifter to get that done, all right? So you've got a good bit of depth here, and these boxes, they go down. So below this height here, we've probably got 200 or 250 mil space there. So really good asset to your storage space, having a window box like that. Often with these kind of spaces, we will mount all the 12 volt gear. Like we often mount inverters in here with lots of different 12 volt plugs, 240 plugs, battery gauges, all the monitors. That's what we would normally install in here. And then, but you can also use them just for general storage as well, so whatever you need. So we'll have a bit of a look in the back here. So what we've got here, this is a version of our Wagon 6, we call it, which is 2 drawers with a fridge box and a table. So often we put the table in here between the drawers, but it just depends on a lot of things. So we've positioned the table up here above the fridge with this setup. A couple of reasons. This fridge here is an angle 60, so angle 60 is a great fridge, and they're quite low in height. So if you put the table in here, your drawers end up being a bit smaller, because the top unit height would be here. So you're already losing that bit of capacity, plus putting the table in there, you lose a bit more, which is okay for some people. But for Scotty, he wanted bigger drawers, so we moved the drawer up here. So you gain 2 times, because you gain because the unit becomes taller, and you gain because the table is not here, it's up there. So you end up with like really big drawers, which is great. If you've got a taller fridge, obviously you wouldn't do that. You'd just keep your table in here. So these 2 drawers are slightly different heights. So we've got one that's slightly bigger. Okay, the base drawer. So you don't have to have the drawers different heights. They're more often equal heights than different. But if you've got some bigger items, then we can modify that height to suit whatever you're carrying. So good bit of space in here. This is one of the insert drawers we offer. So a popular feature, just a handy little tray for small things. You can slide it to the back or bring it out to the front or remove it. So, okay, another drawer up here on top. So the Drifter drawers, as everyone knows, we don't use ball bearing runners or anything like that. We just use the black plastic strips, like a Teflon strip. So if you look under here, you see the black strips here in the base of the drawer, and then in the carcass that the drawer slides into, there's a corresponding black strip. So the plastic runs on the plastic, which gives it a real low friction, smooth sliding area. Okay, so the advantage of using the strips like that is you save a lot of space. So your drawers are the full width, full capacity drawers. So we don't lose anything here due to the runners, and also the weight. You know, the Teflon strips weigh nothing basically. Whereas if you're using steel runners, then obviously they've got a bit more weight to them and stuff like that. So, and you can see how easy the drawers slide. You know, they slide free and nice. So the table, okay, the table slides halfway out. So I guess the one disadvantage of having your table above the fridge is you can't pull it out and use it as a bench, which if the table is in here, that's a good advantage, that you can use the table halfway out as a bench. So if you're getting things in and out of the fridge, it's really handy. So you sort of lose that advantage by putting the table up here, but to set the table up, literally just takes a couple of seconds. So there's the table. Okay, so good solid table is exactly what you want when you're out camping in the bush. So with this table, all the legs are fully adjustable, so you can bring it up to a good height, and you can adjust every leg so you can get it nice and steady if you're on uneven ground, which you will be if you're out camping. So yeah, really good feature of the table. And the good thing about our system with the built-in table is when you pull up to a camp, almost the first thing you want out is the table. So you can set your table up, and then you can use that to unload your other gear. So if the table is not built into your drawers, it would be sat on here, loose, and then you'd have all your bags and things on top of it. So it's really difficult to get that out without unloading everything else and putting it in the dirt first. So Drifta table is a winner. All right. So yeah, you can see here's the inside edges of the window boxes here. So we've got a nice big storage area here. We've got a few flush tie down points just to secure some items should you need to. And then it sort of steps down, and we'll have a look up at the front in a minute. So yeah, the fridge here, this fridge is built in. We built this into one of our Drifta slides. We call them the DSS. So we just got a little latch here, and then you pull the tabs, and the fridge slides out like that. So for the fridge slide, of course, we have to use the runners, the steel runners. We can't get away from that. So, you know, you work things to your advantage, so they work well. All right, you've got nice, easy access to your fridge. Okay, so slides away nice and easy, and then you just put that black latch in, and that just keeps it nice and secure when you're traveling. So yeah, these units are all made to order. So everything we do at Drifta is basically made to order and made to size. So whatever car you've got, whatever fridge you've got, we'll build this whole unit around what you have and what you need. So it's like a full customization build basically. Around this side, so we've got another gull wing here. Okay, so yeah, same deal. Again, once Scotty works out what he's doing there, yeah, we might get some shelves in there, and we'll send them out to him. So yeah, he's gone all out with the bags. Well, look, Scotty. Okay, so this is the front end unit here. So we built in a big stainless steel water tank here. So we had this tank specially fabricated to size to fit in here. So that tank is probably about 100 litre capacity. It's massive because it's really wide and it's a really big volume area. So the tank there, it's mounted down low, and it's right between the wheel arches, which is exactly where you want your water. So that works out really well. These are the customized storage spaces. So Scotty's camera will fit straight in here. The camera and the lens is about 800 millimeters long. It's a big camera. So yeah, Scotty's going to get some sponge and a bit of a cradle for it made up, but we've just made that cavity just the right size to fit it in there. Other storage spaces, so you know, we've just got spaces here for tripods and things. Obviously he's got a lot more gear to go in there, and then yeah, little slot here for he's got a couple of these camping chairs, so they just slot in there nice and neat. So everything's easy to get to. Plus then got this big storage area on top where we can chuck bags, swags, whatever you need. It's just more storage. So all right, we'll have a quick look in here. So tucked in here, I don't know how well you can see it, but basically down the end here we've got a 200 amp hour slimline lithium battery. That's the DCS, Deep Cycle Solutions battery. And then here we've got the Red Arc Red Vision, the TVMS. And then below that is the manager. So neatly tucked away, because all this gear needs to be protected. You don't want it to get bashed around. So we put it down there in this little storage space dedicated to that. All the cable and the wiring will all be running there, and it's all neat and safe, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of expense there, a lot of really high-tech gear, and it needs to be protected. We've also left little gaps here so we can get a bit of airflow in there, because, you know, again, the TVMS, they don't like to get too hot. So yeah, that's all tucked away in there, which is pretty good. And then just above the water tank here, so we've got this little extra piece on the front. So tucked in right behind this wall here is a compressor, and all the hose and the tire inflator and everything's in there as well. In the center section between the seats, there's just a little cubby hole, so they can reach back behind the seats, and we've just made a little shelf area with a lip on it, so they've just got area to, you know, you can put your phone or your wallet or just whatever you want in there. And then on the other side is just behind the passenger seat, there is where the outlet for the water tanks is. So we've got a 11 litre a minute water pump in there, which is all plumbed up to the tank, and again, it's all just neatly tucked away. So basically we try and tuck all the gear away that you don't need to get to or see very often, but also make it accessible, so if there is an issue or you do need to get some things, that it's pretty easy to do so. Okay, so yeah, we've had a lot of fun work on this one. It's been a bit tricky, you know, trying to get all this in there just to fit all the gear exactly as Scott needed. It's, you know, it's a bit of a challenge, but yeah, you know, we worked pretty closely with Scott with this one to get it as he needs, and yeah, hopefully he'll like it when he turns up here in about half an hour to have a look. Okay, so yeah, if you've got any questions, if you've got any ideas of similar builds you like, or if you're just after a basic setup or whatever you need, feel free to give us a call, me or the team, or you can email myself, which is mark@drifta.com.au. Okay, thanks guys.